Greetings and welcome to another World of Tanks. This one is Havoc 199 in his T28 heavy tank concept, and he's platooned with our glorious commander, Grand High Poobah 7 Steve. So Havoc quite likes his T28, and it is quite a good tank if you know what to do with it. And it's a fairly standard battle here on Ensk. Our Ramesses II has headed off almost entirely on his own down that flank and is busy calling everybody else noobs. And Havoc gets a good shot into the KV-1 and loses his tracks, but he's well angled, so not really an issue. Lucky to set the IS on fire shooting him in the front, but things happen. So he's just sitting here, no point in using the repair kit because they're not hurting him, they're just bouncing shell after shell off of him. And there goes the KV-1. Far too thick an angle side scrape there. Now the Ramesses II has already died, and you can see on the mini-map there's quite a large force moving around the other flank. Now the KV-1 is called Havoc a cheater for setting people on fire twice. Well, the first shot on the IS was lucky. The second shot, he shot the KV-1 in the engine block. That's, you know, a fair chance with this gun that you'll set somebody on fire. And he says, Warpack cheaters. Not entirely sure what the Warpack mod actually is, but hey. Now, I'm not sure I'd have pushed up here, but they do kind of need to finish these guys off. Steve's trying to hold off a KV-1S and an Su-122-44. There's a T-34 behind him, but it's got a crummy gun. It's never going to get through his armour. Now, luckily the enemy team have decided not to cap and decided to push up. He's still taking fire from that T-43, which has just taken Steve out. They just lost a KV-1 up in C1. I'm not sure what he was still doing all the way back there. That OI is probably going to be dead before they get there, but at least he took a big old chunk out of that IS. Now, the friendly IS is actually communicating and is coming with Havoc. And now they're 2 against 5. It would be really useful. Well, it would be really useful to take out the IS, but that FV304 is not a bad choice either. And he was wise not to take that shot, it probably would have bounced. Now, the IS is telling him to fall back there, which I don't know what he's thinking. Havoc was fine there, he could have watched the other angles, like that T-43. That looked like a heat round from the T-43 there. And that was a bit of a low roll, which was unfortunate. And the Comet puts one into his back, and it's all getting a little bit swirly now. Nice shot on the T-43. Again, the IS is wandering around the place. He could have shut down that Comet there. I don't know where he thinks he's going. It's a little unlucky with that shot. And he's still telling Havoc to fall back, and I don't know why. Maybe he doesn't know this tank too well, but from the front at this angle, Havoc can sit here and take this Comet on all day. Unfortunately, DIS decides that the Comet is more of a threat than the looks, which is a mistake really. So now Havoc's in a slightly uncomfortable position. That guy is much faster than him. DIS, to his credit, apologises. Now, from the front, the looks is never going to get through the T28's armour. It looks like he's firing one of the machine guns, probably one of the 20 mils rather than the 30 mil, given the rate of fire, but I don't know. I've never driven the looks. Either way, front he's not going to get through, side might get through, rear probably don't want him there. He's already penned him a couple of times in the rear. That was a little unlucky. It wasn't the best aimed shot Havoc's ever taken, but it might have got him. And he's lucky that this looks is harassing him, because now he's close enough to the enemy base that he might be able to get in there before it does. And as he was turning the corner, he was nicely angled against that fire. And from here, almost certainly going to win a race. If you're not fast enough to chase your enemy down, you've got to make them come to you. So that's what Havoc's going to do. Now, while we're waiting for the looks to decide what he's going to do about this, aside from saying it's unfair in chat, there's a lot of different tanks and a lot of different guns, and it's a lot of information to remember. Specific number values for all of the armor and all of the penetration. So I tend to work with rough guides. Better than, equivalent to, worse than. Deluxe against the T28 doesn't have great penetration. So front good, sides okay, don't want him round the back. The T28's got a significantly better gun than the looks has armour, so shoot him wherever you like. Plus, Havoc's loaded up a HE shell, just to try and make sure. And there you go. Well played, Havoc.